Hello, good evening, my beautiful friends, my beautiful golden souls, my beautiful by defaults. How are you tonight, my beautiful souls, my beautiful by defaults, and how was your day? Did you enjoy your day, my beautiful friends? And of course, did you do the things that you love to do? Did you smile? Did you communicate from your heart and soul? And of course, did you love yourself and everyone else around you by default? Of course, my beautiful friends, when I'm asking you these questions, of course, I'm activating the energy behind that, so that if you didn't do that things, that I'm activating it, and activating within them, within you actually, that energy, so that you will do so. You will smile naturally, freely, love freely, without reason, anyone and anything. And everything that is mine and ours, light. And of course, you will be wiping out and destroying the soul as with the speed of thought by default. But just being you and being who you are, and of course being conscious about everything that you do, you will destroy the soul as just your presence, and of course being a man and aspect of light, shining widely and far wide and far wide, shining freely. Of course, yeah. Destroying those souls from within with the internal knowledge, and of course with intention and with focus. Whatever you focus on, we are destroying those souls. Well, of course, we are blessing each other and everyone, and everything is mine and aspect of light. So just be aware of that, my beautiful friends. Be aware of the things around you. Be aware of your feelings, of your emotions, of the thoughts that are going through your mind, and of course the words that coming through your mind, through your physical form, going through your mind, thoughts, and then words that coming through your mouth, and of course that and about your emotions. So as long as you're aware of everything, and the soul is someone cannot manipulate with you, because mind and now is acting within you. Well, I'm talking to you, I'm activating the energy within yourself, and of course through you we're gonna activate the energy on your family, friends, and of course and everyone and everything that you come into the contact with, and of course even further on this planet and beyond, because just participating into the project, you are holding the light, and through you we are spreading the love and light and blessing wherever you go, whatever you do. So mine and our spiritual light knows how to way to direct the energy, how to use the energy to the max. So you always going to be at the right place and the right time. Me too. I'm sorry. Those souls are trying to manipulate with my throat. Sometimes that's energetic, that they're trying to manipulate to steal the energy, or in any way to manipulate with the thoughts or words, but they cannot, because I set up the tension. So as you can see, I set up the tension. So now whatever they project towards each and everyone else, and everything that is with any kind of dark intention or any kind of selfish desire, it's returning back to those souls, some of it the spirit of thought body, fall into the form of karma, pain, and suffering. So we destroying those souls forever, never, for eternity, while blessing each and everyone else and everything. So that's me and my beautiful friends. Those souls, and they don't have their time is up. They don't have any power. They don't have any power and I'm commanding to all those souls to return all the energy that they've stolen from SOPHIE with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, it's time to let them go, send them straight into the hell forever and ever. Of course, today it's been successful day. Yesterday and today we made a huge leap into the enlightenment of freedom, and of course into the destructions of those souls. So as you see, when you see me in the golden t-shirt, shirt, well, you know, my beautiful friends, of course, that's this symbol, that's the sign that we have made a huge leap into the enlightenment and freedom of humanity and our beautiful planet, while destroying those souls within and without on a global and universal level. So just solace somewhere. Yesterday, I've told you it was a peaceful day, but of course we did a lot of work in destroying the solace. Some that we're trying to, those dark, dirty, psychopathic players that we're trying to play the dark, dirty games. So we were destroying them all day. I was working many hours. I'm not even sure for long hours, and then of course all the time what I did, I do, destroying the solace, some flash comes solace, some those dark, dirty, psychopathic players. And of course, last night, during the night, the solace, some tried to manipulate with the energy, tried to manipulate, and of course, to blackmail and to, so to steal the energy. But of course, they can't, because they are powerless. We have all the power within. I have all the power within me, and of course within us we have all the power. So those solace, no matter how much, how many times they try to manipulate with energy, what they're gonna get the karma's pain, suffering, and distractions of those solace, some for eternity, trying to manipulate those dark, dirty, psychopathic players too. I'm destroying those solace. I'm trying to manipulate with my language, as you can see. So all those dark, dirty, psychopathic players, flash comes solace, some of it is spirit of thought, body fall. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body form. So my beautiful friends, can you see that those solace, I'm trying energetically, those before I just got alive, so they were trying to manipulate through my throat. So trying to manipulate, using it as a portal. It's not a portal anymore, but whatever energy went through, or the karma's pain, something that they were trying to, whatever they did, means that we destroy those solace, ama, in every form, wherever time, whatever form, there with the spirit of thought by default, well, enlightening ourselves, healing and rejuvenating. So I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body fall. When I see this, that means it's a destructive energy for those solace, ama, that trying to manipulate with my language energetically in any form, wherever time, whatever form they are, in the physical energetic form. All those solace, all those dark, dirty, psychopathic players, we destroy them forever and ever, for eternity, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So we turn them the karma's pain and suffering, all the languages, and they're spoken and written and all of that. It's all with the spirit of thought, without mercy. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, with the, anything that is connected with the mouth, and then through the languages and everything. So written, spoken, in every way, in every form, we are destroying those souls, sama, forever and ever, for eternity, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So now in the name of mind and aspect shall light with the spirit of thought by default. So I'm activating ultra ultimatum all in one. The soup of karma's pain, suffering, and destructions, eternal hell, for all of those souls, and whatever form they were ever with the spirit of thought by default. All those dark, dirty, psychopathic players, for all those so-called soulless gods, soulless saints, soulless so-called creators or judges, soulless Sophie and Tristanko, soulless Mirianas and observers, soulless Susie and Hitler, and the soulless Amrita, Babaji, Mira, Guruji, Matrashi, Tata, Hitler, Atma, Chatana, Hussein, Ramchanuj, those in the physical form, and then the previous ones in the energetic form. But then anyway, we are destroying the physical and energetic forms in everywhere, in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are, in every space, time, dimension, throughout entire existence, and encoding infinite with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So we are activating all that pain and suffering and destructions to all those soulless, all those soulless courts, soulless Tigi and Tigika, soulless dark, dirty, psychopathic players. It doesn't matter under which name they've been hidden, known, or in any way, mask, under which mask, and then those soulless divine mother or father, or gurus, or teachers, or healers, or avatars, Those soulless, dark, that is psychopathic players, soulless Illuminati, Satanists and globalists and Masons and Cabal and those deep state, or any of those fallen angels or demons. They are the doors to soulless, some that we are destroying in every form and in coordinating with the spirit of thought and activating them all the pain and suffering and eternal hell forever and ever for eternity. And to regret that they ever existed, we break them into the atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought, returning the calm as pain and suffering forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought, activating the pain and suffering of all living beings that ever existed on this planet and throughout entire existence, in every cell of their being with the spirit of thought, in every atom and electron of their being with the spirit of thought, by default sending them straight into the desert planet or into the hell forever and ever for eternity, to burn into the hell forever and ever for eternity. And we activating them, freezing and completely putting them into the sleep, all the soulless AMMA. We are taking all the energy and, of course, all the power from those soulless AMMA. We are shutting down their cameras and their senses. And, of course, with the speed of thought, we are wiping out all their memories and all their communications with the speed of thought by default. Well, all those soulless AMMA that project any kind of projections that interfering, still trying to interfere into my language, into everything that I'm talking. We are destroying those soulless AMMA in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the speed of thought by default, breaking them into the air, into the atoms and electrons with the speed of thought, with the speed of thought by default. And in the name of mind and our spiritual light, activating all the pain and suffering to every cell, every atom, electron of their being, all through ultimatum, all in one. All the ultimatums are active. And for those that that are not cooperating, for soulless AMMA that cooperating, and for SOPHIE, in the name of mind and our spiritual light with the speed of thought, demanding, commanding to SOPHIE and everyone and everything's mind and our spiritual light with the speed of thought, to answer on my call, on my command, without mercy with the spirit of thought, peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And in the name of, and of course, we are freezing and destroying all the technology that they were misusing and all the weapon that those soulless AMMA were misusing with the spirit of thought by default, and taking the energy. We are freezing, stopping completely, and completely taking over all the project that we're working on, all the finances, all the material wealth that is by default, objects or corporations and everything. We are taking over from those soulless AMMA. Well, we are bringing those soulless AMMA into the physical form, into the we bring them down to justice with the speed of thought, and all those in energetic form. We are breaking them up into the atoms and electrons with the speed of thought, and polarizing them with all the compressing by the laws, rules, regulations of by default, all the pain and suffering from all living beings in every cell, in atom, electron of their being with the speed of thought by default. And of course, putting them into their physical forms and send them straight into the desert planet or into the hell to burn forever and ever for eternity. All those soulless AMMA, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the speed of thought by default. All soulless AMMA, go to hell, go to hell, go to hell. All soulless AMMA, go to hell, forever and ever for eternity. All soulless AMMA, burning in hell, burning in hell. All soulless AMMA, burning in hell, burning in hell for eternity. All soulless AMMA, burning in hell forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So in the name of mind and our spiritual light with the speed of thought by default, we are multiplying all that pain and suffering, all through ultimatum, all in one eternal destructions, pain and suffering is soup to all those soulless AMMA, wherever time, whatever form they are with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. We'll be activating to all of us that the mind and aspect shall light. Ultra, ultimate, all in one, the blessings and super blessings, eternal life, eternal peace, abundance and prosperity, great health, vitality, joy, youth and beauty, and of course, enlightenment and freedom, unity between us and our soulmates and our families and friends, and each and everyone and everything that is mine, and now spirit shall light with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, we are healing and enlightening ourselves. We are wiping out, destroying all the soulless Sama from within and without. The energy of soulless Sama, we're destroying forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. Of course, we are destroying all the energy from within and without on a global universal level. All the souls, some that ever interfering, will ever try to interfere into our lives, we destroy them forever and ever. All those souls, some with the spirit of thought by default, and of course, with the spirit of thought by default, we are healing, enlightening, and rejuvenating our bodies and ourselves with the spirit of thought by default. And uniting together in the name of man and now speak shall light with the spirit of thought by default. So may we love, respect each other, love yourself, and of course, and everyone else. So that is man and now speak shall light. And respect each other with the spirit of thought. Everything is by default. By default, Svezna, Sophie Svezna. Everything is by default. So when I'm saying by default, Svezna means Sophie knows everything, and everything is under the laws, rules, regulations of by default with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, my beautiful friends, we multiply all of that now by all the rituals that those souls somehow ever did, any kind of ceremony, rituals that did doing, will try to do so, will do, or try to do so, any kind of, with any kind of dark intention, or any kind of associations or projections, any kind of black magic or black magic voodoo, or any kind of curse, spell, hexes, or any kind of codes, energetic codes, or any kind of beliefs or superstitions, or any kind of systems within and without, anything that those souls have ever projected, will ever try to project over each and everyone else, and everything that they ever created did with any kind of dark intention, with the spirit of thought, in the name of mind and now spirit shall light. We stop all of that, delete, wipe out all those souls, Sama, together with all their dark creation, of course, and with the spirit of thought, we turn all of that into the calm, as pain, as suffering, and destructions, all those souls, Sama, with the spirit of thought by default. We returning them the calm, as pain, as suffering, and destructions to all those souls, Sama, with the spirit of thought by default, to burn into hell forever and ever for eternity, to regret that they ever existed. All those souls, Sama, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and everyone and everything's one, and asking to share light with the spirit of thought without mercy, to answer on my call, on my command, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So in the name of man, and ask me to share light with the spirit of thought by default. We are multiplying all of that by everything, multiply by the laws, rules, regulations, so by default, and compress, add up, and of course, it compress the pain and suffering to those souls, Sama, and activate and to us and blessings with the spirit of thought by default. So we completely multiply all of that over and over again, as many times as is needed, by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default, by all this, and compressing every systems, all the systems and the principle of the multiplications, by all those soulless AMMA, wherever time, whatever form they are, individual, group, or collective multiplication, and of course by all the laws, rules, regulations of by default, and all the laws, rules, regulations that those souls were creating, but they were not following them, and then of course they were above the law, and those that never told to the people, that never mentioned even that they have them put in place, and that they created the laws, rules, regulations, and then accepted them without knowing what they were accepting in the name of mind and now spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. So they were saying in my country, they were saying to run through the laws that they wanted to implement. Imagine that, my beautiful friends. So they do, even those into the power, at the top of the power, those that are premiers, they said they just run, they got from the EU some laws, rules, regulations that they need to implement, that they need to work on. And so they are accepting them, but they don't know what is inside. They say just run through them. Actually, they haven't read it. And so, so they were implementing those laws, rules, regulations. So now we are returning all the peace and pain and suffering and karmas and destructions to all those souls, from all those laws, rules, regulations that they were created, that they were applied to any of us that is mine and ask me to show a light, and of course unfair that they were judging, and those that are really nice, good people, and then those criminals they were protecting. So now we turn around but destroy all those souls. Well, we are protecting ourselves, everyone and everything's mine and ask me to show a light with the spirit of thought. By mine and ask me to show a light, by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default, and of course by the laws, rules, regulations. All those souls, that's the way creating, of course, we're going to just turn them against them because they were putting them in place for people. Now we are going to use them against those souls in the name of, because they're the biggest criminals, and then the souls, everything that they were doing, the dark, dirty work was going through those souls, dark, dirty, psychopathic players. So we're going to use the laws, rules, regulations against them, and of course in the laws, rules, regulations of by default, all the laws, rules, regulations of by default overrides all other laws, rules, regulations, wherever they within and without, on a global and universal level. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So we multiply all of that by every atom and electron of energy that ever existed, that existing, and by all the everything by the laws, rules, regulations of by default, by all the cause that there existed, that existing, by all the all those souls, dark, dirty, psychopathic players, and take dark, dirty game and the script and everything that they were projecting, will ever try to project over each and every one. Everything is mine and not spiritual light with any that is by default, with any kind of dark intention, by all those courts and max. We put them on the maximum, which means we test them, we test those souls, we chuck them out straight into the desert planet to hell, break them into the atoms and electrons, wipe them out from the core of existence completely. We destroy them forever and ever with the spirit of thought, send them into hell forever and ever to burn for eternity, to regret that they ever existed. All those souls, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now in the name of man and now speak a light with the spirit of thought by default, we multiply to all of us blessings and abundance and prosperity, unity with us and our soulmates and our families and friends with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, we are healing, protecting, and rejuvenating ourselves. And of course, we are blessing each and every one else and everything, multiplying, add up, compressing, and activating the blessings to us from my heart and soul in the name of mine and aspect of shower light while destroying those souls, some in every form with the spirit of thought by default. And we're multiplying our blessings and to each and every one of us, to us and our families and friends and our soulmates, and of course to everyone and everything is mine and aspect of shower light with the spirit of thought by default. And of course to and multiply to everything that we protect, and of course everything that we have, our homes, properties, cars, vehicles, business, and any mine and ours project, and our beautiful planet, and water elements, and air element, and the nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, fish kingdom. And of course, we are protecting our beautiful entire planet, the sun and the moon, and all the planet stars and the galaxies that are mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. While we are destroying all those souls, all those souls, Sophie and all those souls, and they centers, wherever they are, centers of the power, wherever whatever time, whatever form that we burn them down, destroy them forever and ever. Send them straight into the hell to burn for eternity, into the hell, into the karmas, pain, and suffering, all those souls, Amma, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, in the name of man and aspect of Shava light with the spirit of thought, we are protecting blessing, we protect, bless, and of course, compress and activate all the blessings to each and everyone else and everything, and whoever is, wherever is needed, the those souls, Amma, we're interfering the most into our lives. And of course, we are protecting and of course blessing and multiplying the blessings to each and everyone and everything, and the sun and the moon, to Sophia Tristan Center, Sophia Tristan Planet. I've told you the Sophia Tristan Planet and the universe, Sophia Tristan Universe was renamed this planet, and then of course this our planet, and the universe was renamed Sophia Tristan Universe by my name, and of course the Tristan name. We are soulmates. So, of course, I created Sophia Tristan Fund, Sophia Fund. And of course, we created a lot of countless centers and systems and the teams through mine and Aspia Kushala Light with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, we are protecting all the systems that already are in place, and all the finances and Jisana and quantum financial system, and all the material things, Starlink, and all the technology that's been hidden from humanity. We are taking it over from those souls, Sama, and making it available to each and every one of us and everything that is mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. We're investing all that money. So through the Sophia Tristan Fund, Sophia Fund, I'm going to make them available to humanity. So we are destroying those souls, and we are freezing all the abundance and prosperity, all the material wealth with the spirit of thought, taking it over, while returning into the form of karma, pain, and suffering to all those souls, and wipe them out from the face of this planet, send them straight into the hell forever and ever for eternity to burn all those souls, whatever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. We are taking over under the management, under the control of beautiful planet and all the planet stars and the galaxies with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, and demanding, commanding to Sophie and everyone else's mind and our spiritual light to provide more than enough of everything that is needed to me and Tristan and our families and each and everyone who has that's mine and our spiritual light. In order for me and Tristan to go out into the public and be the voice of the people and show to the people the true face of all those souls, Sama, that went to power, and then completely arrest them, bring them down to justice, and send them straight into hell forever and ever. Those in the physical and, of course, into the energetic form. That's what we are doing right now into the energetic form. We are arresting those souls, Sama, destroying them. So now we are preparing the place for us, safe place for us, that we can go out into the, into the public, and of course help the people know the truth, expose the truth, and of course remove those souls, Sama, from the power, while taking all the wealth and abundance and prosperity from them that they were stolen, that have stolen from us. So, and returning it back to us. And of course, we are activating our power back, and returning our power and wisdom, knowledge back to us and man and our spiritual light. To all of us that are mine and our spiritual light, will destroying those souls, Sama, in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are. All those projects that they were working with any kind of dark intention, we destroy them forever and ever, for eternity. All those souls, Sama, wherever time, whatever form they are. All the souls, Sama, we destroy them for eternity, and of course, destroy the souls, Sama, and the project we are freezing and taking and the energy of it. So now, behind anything that all the souls, Sama, that we're doing, any kind of dark rituals or ceremony, or any kind of projections, associations of black magic, voodoo, or curl spell, hexes, or anything, that with any of those associated with Papa, or any of those key figures, or anyone and anything, or in the name of of mind and aspirational light, we all of that stop, destroy, wipe out, return it back to soulless summer with the speed of thought by default into form of calm, pain, and suffering, destructions forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. We're taking over the energy of the people, energy that they've stolen or that we're trying to steal. We are now taking that energy back, and of course protecting humanity, protecting each and every one and everything's mind and aspect of light that is by default, even those that don't know, that still don't know who they are. But of course we energetic those energetic codes from them, removing, destroying, and of course replacing with mind and aspect of light with the speed of thought by default. Because those souls we're trying to manipulate with through them. So in the name of mind and aspect of light with the speed of thought by default, we are protecting ourselves and healing and enlightening and enlightening, of course, but those souls destroying forever and ever. With the speed of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So it's time to, of course, let go all the rituals. So don't feel emotional if you hear or hear about Papa. If you hear about Papa, my beautiful friends, or the ceremony that you see and everything, if you feel emotional, you need to know that that's not you. The emotions are not yours. They are projections of those soulless sama. The energy that are manipulating with your emotions and trying to manipulate and steal the energy, and of course misuse it for any kind of dark rituals or anything. So we are destroying those soulless sama wherever time, whatever form they are. Flush comes soulless sama with the speed of thought by default. So now we're destroying those soulless sama wherever time, whatever form they are, with the speed of thought by default. And of course, sending them straight into the dust planet to burn forever and ever for eternity. So, my beautiful friends, if you feel any kind of negative emotions, what you're going to do, you just say, flush comes soulless sama, which means I'm returning the karma's pain and suffering to those soulless sama, sveya by default. Everything is by default. Everything is, in my language, means sveya. So if you use it in any codes that you use, it's the same. It's got the power. So you may use both if you wish to. So everything is by default, means that everything is under the command and control of Sophie, and you are always in the right place at the right time. You are protected, and those soulless sama, if they try to manipulate with your energy or with your emotions or in any way with you, your physical form, they will be destroyed forever and ever for eternity, and the energy will be taken from them. So when you see that, because they were trying to manipulate, you know that usually during the, I think tomorrow is the funeral of those sama, so the Papa. So of course, I've told you that Papa marked the end of this era, the end of those sama. So, and of course, and we are marking the new beginning of golden age, and of course, and unlimited golden opportunities for all of us that are mind and our spiritual light with the speed of thought by default. That's why I have everything around me in gold. So, and even my hair is gold. Even naturally it's a black, but I've told you that I dye my hair in golden color because of the enlightenment. It's a symbol of enlightening humanity. So that's why I have everything around me on me, and that is gold. So that's the symbol of golden age, and of course going to the golden age. And with of course, my beautiful friends, we are going with the golden steps and flying with the golden wings of mind and now spiritual light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, whatever you do, if you see or does any kind of on the TV, on the media, or on the social media, through the net, anything, any of those posts about Papa and everything, you just, or the praying, or those prayers on the net, you just say everything is by default. Everything is by default means you're protecting yourself, your family, and your energy, and of course, adding up to the light. So we are destroying the dark side of the Papa. I've told you Papa is gone a long time ago. That is not Papa that they're projecting to the people. They're trying to manipulate with the lies and manipulations, actually spreading the lies and manipulations and trying to manipulate with the people. That's not a real Papa. So people need to know that, don't need to be sad because Papa left. The Papa's has gone a long time ago. So my beautiful friends, I think about the 2020, even if it's not early, somewhere at that time. So I think even earlier than that. So my beautiful friends, just protect yourself, say everything is by default, and return the karmas, pain, and suffering to all those soulless Amma behind all those rituals. And when you see the rituals and everything, so just say we are stopping every kind of rituals, wiping out, returning the karmas, pain, and suffering to those soulless Amma with the speed of thought by default, which means you're protecting yourself and, of course, not accepting anything that is less than man and than man and not spiritual general light. The soulless Amma self trying to manipulate with my language, but of course, today we, I've told you yesterday and today, we made a huge leap into the enlightenment. Those soulless Amma were trying to manipulate with the energy, but of course, we are creating laws, rules, and regulations by default. So we are put them into the corner. So wherever they turn around, wherever they turn to, of course, they are getting the karmas, pain, and suffering. So this is the end of those soulless Amma forever and ever for eternity. So now it's time for us to shine far wide and, of course, high and brightly from within and without with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, my beautiful friends, that's this is the time of change. This is the time when we are putting the end of those soulless Amma and opening up new opportunities for all of us. So be aware of everything what's going on around you, and of course, whatever you see that is negative, just say ito, which means ito without mercy, which means you are not accepting anything that is less than man and not spiritual light and returning the karmas, pain, and suffering to those souls. Even when you see any of those posts with Papa or with any one of those that doing the rituals, just say ito without mercy, which means we're returning them the karma, pain, and suffering, and all that they're doing, any kind of rituals that they're doing, we're turning it around and then into the form of karmas, pain, and suffering, return it back to those soulless Amma with the speed of thought by default. So we are destroying those soulless Amma with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So, my beautiful friends, now it's time to destroy those soulless Amma forever and ever. So now let us send the now flush to those soulless Amma. All of this up and down, we multiply the karmas, pain, and suffering to those soulless Amma with the speed of thought by default, of course, and it's so, which means we destroy the soulless Amma forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. Multiply all that pain and suffering to all those soulless Amma with the speed of thought by default over and over again, as many times as is needed for the speed of thought by default. And of course, we are returning the karmas, pain, and suffering to those soulless Amma over and over, multiply, and of course activate and send them compress into the every atom and electron of the being, and of course send them straight into hell for eternity to burn into the hell all those soulless Amma. And of course we are multiply all of that by everything that is needed to be provided for me. I've told you, for me, interested to have the public appearance and to be the voice of the people, and of course to take over under the management, and of course under the of course, everything, Sophie's got everything, under the command and control, entire planet, entire universe. So we are destroying those soulless Amma, well, making everyone and everything's man and aspect of light, all the planets, stars, and the galaxies, including our planets, making it oasis of mind, making them oasis of mind and aspect of light. And of course, we are creating everything from mind and aspect of pure conditional light. My teams are forming on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. And of course, my beautiful friends, we are creating a new enlightened human race. So it's got to be enlightened with all the power, wisdom, and knowledge within us. So everything is by default. So you need to know that, my beautiful friends. And of course, we are the one that is going to change everything from the root core of the existence. I'm the voice of the people. I'm the one that stood up, of course, against those soulless. I'm in the physical form. Of course, I'm not alone. I've got all the power within myself in the spiritual and energetic form, of course. And of course, I have all of you in the physical form that adding up to the light, helping and supporting me, helping and supporting each and every one of us. That's mine and aspect of light. Even though that you are not aware, even those that are not aware of what's going on, that are not included in the project, they are helping and supporting us just by being who they are and holding the light. And of course, by the natural smile and everything that they do, their goodness. So while we are destroying those soulless for everything that they did, anything and everything with any kind of dark intention. With the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Everything, all of that is, everything is multiplied by the laws, rules, and regulations of by default. And then, of course, add it up, compress, multiply and activate it into the laws, rules, and regulations of by default, into all the principles and systems of multiplications, and of course, and everything, all the codes and everything, even before that I or anyone else did multiply or will do so, and before and now and ever that will multiply by all the codes and multiplications that I will do so, or everyone and everything that is by default. So and everything by the laws, rules, regulations, so by default. And of course, I'm commanding to Sophie to multiply over and over again, so that in the smallest things we can return them the karma, pain, and suffering to the max and the maxes, so that those souls will burn forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And everything is by default. And everything is without mercy. Everything's under the command and control of Sophia, and everything's ultimatum, only one, 24 with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. My beautiful friends, now that energy is working all the time, 24. Let us now send the flash to the soulless AMMA, which means see the golden light flashing into and around the entire planet. You know, like the flash, just see the golden light flashing into and around the entire planet. From within and without, we are destroying those soulless AMMA. Let that go 24. Now let us send them the fireworks. Fireworks, like, you know, like let's see now the golden light planets, like a fireworks is spreading, destroying those soulless and filling up entire planet and entire universe with the golden light of mind and not being shadow light with the speed of thought by default. Now let that light, that energy flow constantly 24. So now me too. So now, my beautiful friends, let us now break up into the atoms and electrons, all the soulless AMMA. So see now we're going to use the flash of the soulless AMMA and the fireworks to destroy those the power center of the power of those soulless AMMA, wherever and whatever form they are. So now see through the universe, to entire universe, see the dark black, or you may see them as a dark pink, green, or blue center. So we're going to destroy them. Just see them breaking up into the atoms and electrons like the fireworks. So you just see them like breaking up throughout the entire planet at once, all of them breaking up throughout the entire planet, entire universe. And of course, see them now flashing back into the atoms and electrons. That's it, just constantly. And I'm going to just mention which one we are destroying. So in the name of mind and now speak shall light with the speed of thought by default. We are breaking up into the atoms and electrons and destroying forever and ever. And all those soulless AMMA, in whatever form they are, wherever they are, within and without on a global universal level, that ever interfering will ever try to interfere into our lives in a negative way with any kind of dark intention. We all the center of their power, wherever those soulless AMMA, wherever they are, we are now breaking them up into the atoms and electrons and compressing them, all the pain and suffering of all living beings into the atoms and electrons, and sending them straight into the desert planet or into the hell forever and ever to burn for eternity with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. See them now from within and without. All those soulless AMMA, we are destroying them. And of course, we are rejuvenating, healing, and enlightening ourselves and everyone and everything, and our bodies, everyone and everything's mind and our spiritual life. Within and without on a global universal level, I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. See now, I'm breaking all those, I'm just destroying them completely like a fireworks, destroying them into the atoms and electrons. Now we are breaking up all the soulless AMMA, all the soulless gods, soulless saints, so destroying them completely forever and ever. Flash comes, soulless saints, soulless gods, soulless so-called creators, soulless judges, soulless SOPHIE and Chistenko, soulless Mirianas and observers, soulless Susie and Hitler, soulless Amrita Babaji Mira Guruji Matrashi Tata Hitler Atmet Satana Hussein Ramchilovich, those soulless so-called divine mothers or fathers, soulless so-called spiritual teachers or healers or avatars or gurus, or those dark, dirty psychopathic players, soulless Tigi and Tigikas, soulless AMMA in every form, and of course soulless gods, and those soulless Satanists and globalists and Masons and Illuminati and all those soulless Cabal and soulless demons and of course all those soulless AMMA in fallen angels, in it doesn't matter under which name or mask they've been known or hidden, we are breaking them up into the atoms and electrons and destroying them forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now we are breaking up. Flash comes soulless AMMA, all the soulless AMMA that ever interfere into that ever working will try to do so in any kind of dark project with any kind of dark intention against the humanity and a beautiful planet and everyone and everything is mine and auspicious light that is by default. We're showing those soulless AMMA from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. And send them straight into the hell forever and ever for eternity to burn with the speed of thought by default. And we are now replacing all of that with mind and auspicious light with the speed of thought, enlightening each and every one else and everything with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now we are flush come. We're destroying those soulless summon that ever interfered, that were infiltrated into the into a beautiful planet, into the inside the earth, and of course into the water element and the air element, and on nature kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, fish kingdom, into the completely into the humanity, into the sun and the moon, and into all the planets, stars, and the galaxies. Wherever those soulless summon, wherever time, whatever form they are, we are breaking them up into the atoms and electrons. Flush comes soulless summon with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So now, in the name of man, and now spiritually shall light with the spirit of thought by default. We are replacing all of that and with man, and now spiritually shall light with the spirit of thought and enlightening, healing our beautiful planet and everything that I just mentioned with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So everything is multiplying by the laws, rules, and regulations of by default. Thank you, Sophie. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, in the name of man and us, make a light with the spirit of thought, we are destroying flush comes soulless summer. All the soulless summer infiltrated into the religion, into the governments, into the systems, into financial system, health and care system, into the pharmacy, law enforcement system, into the educational system, into the police and military, into all the finances and the bears and everything, and of course into all the corporations, or into the media, social media, into the net, internal and of course outside, external, into all the corporations and organizations and all the projects that they were working against the humanity on a beautiful planet, like and into all the countries, and of course in the Balkan and the Europe and Asia and China, US, and of course UK, and all those countries, and then Australia, Africa, Indonesia, India, and all those Antarctic and the underground, where all those soulless summer were infiltrated, and of course throughout entire and Turkey and Russia, and throughout the entire planet, in all the continents and all the countries and all the cities and the towns and all the buildings and the humanity and everything that we created, all the corporations and organizations and everything that we created and everything that we eat, drink, and of course everything that we see, hear, think, do, and all the projections that are projecting with any kind of dark intentions or rituals that they did, or any kind of associations or anything, voodoo or magic, all of those soulless summer we are breaking now into the atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought by default, wherever time, whatever form they are, within and without, on a global universal level. Sending me straight into the hell forever and ever to burn for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now, in the name of man and now spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, we replace all of that with man and now spiritual light. We enlighten each and everyone else and everything that I just mentioned and multiply. We enlighten, heal, and fill with mind and now spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now we are breaking the atoms and electrons, destroy all those souls, some infiltrate into the sun, into the moon, into all the planet, stars, and the galaxies throughout the entire existence. Wherever time, whatever form there, we just break them into the atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought by default, send them straight into hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, And we are enlightening the planet and sun and the moon. And of course, when I'm saying enlightening, which means we're adding up more light and showing the solar summer and all the planet stars and the galaxies. And we are shutting down all the portals that those solar summer were using, whether it's through the moon or through the sun or through any other, wherever those portals were that those solar summer were using to interfere into our planet, into our lives. We are shutting them down right now with the spirit of thought by default. In the name of man and aspect show light, I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. We're destroying all those souls, some wherever time, whatever form, there with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, wherever those souls come into the heaven, we are breaking them into the atoms and electrons, into the air. And then, of course, compressing all the pain and suffering with all by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default, and into the atom and electrons of all living beings that ever existed since the beginning of creation. And of course, send them straight into the hell or into the other planet forever and ever for eternity to regret that ever existed, to burn for eternity into the hell forever and ever. All those souls, some with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Well, we are opening up a new portals for us, for pure mind and unconditional light, to bring all that light from mind and that we're on the mission to this solar summer, and so to destroy those solar summer, and of course wherever they are, and of course that we are creating the unity with man and aspect of light, and of course now doing whatever needs to be done, everything that is by default on this planet and entire existence, all the planet stars and the galaxies, to make them oasis of man and aspect of light, heal and protect humanity on a beautiful planet while destroying those solar summer with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So now, in the name of man and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default, everything is by default. Everything's under the command, the control of Sophie, and I'm demanding, commanding Sophie and everyone and everything is man and aspect of light to answer without mercy on my call and my command and everything that I demand with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So now, my beautiful friends, let that energy is gonna work 24. Let us now focus on yourself. Just focus on your heart center. Fill yourself from within with the golden light. Expand it. Let us fill the entire body from within and without. All the centers, the center of the feet, the bottom of the feet, the heart center, which including from here up to the beginning of the legs. So we have 4 centers there, but I just compressed them into one, actually made them one. So just it's easier to focus. And of course, it's uniting with the center of the communications and the third eye, which is a head center. So now see, we are shining brightly from within and without and around us. And all that, we are creating a huge golden ball of light around us. So man and aspect of light with the speed of thought by default. And expand it even further. And let's just fill up entire area, entire city, entire country, an entire world, an entire universe. With mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now, my beautiful friends, let us send the love and light of blessings to the center of the earth. See the center of the earth is shining brightly. Send the love and light and blessing. And let us, together with all of us, see the light is shining and spreading around, filling up inside the earth completely with the golden light, and then water element and spreading throughout the entire planet, filling up the top of the earth, nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, humanity, and everything that we have on this planet and the air, and of course, entire planet and entire universe, with the golden light of mind and spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now let us send the love, light, and blessing to the moon. See, the moon is shining brightly, and together with all of us, we are filling up entire planet and entire universe with mind and now spiritual light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. Let us send the love, light, and blessings to the sun. See, the sun is shining brightly, and together with all of us, we are filling up entire planet and entire universe with the golden light of mind and now spiritual light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now, my beautiful friends, let us now, if you don't have a golden planet, golden light planet, let us create one. Actually, even if you do have, let us create every night a new one, new golden light planet. So you may use it to throw into that golden light planet all your problems that you ever had, that you have right now, or your families or friends, or that you see the problems in the world. When you see any kind of problems, any kind of negativity, just put them in the circle of light with your internal knowledge, with the intention and with the focus. Just know that you're doing, put in the circle of light. You just do this. Where is your golden light planet? And just say, Ito. Everything is by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Which means we are returning the karma, pain, and suffering to those soulless AMMA behind all those, everything, all the negativity, everything that they were projecting, will try to project us, each and every else and everything. And of course, and we are taking our energy back and while destroying those soulless AMMA. So now let us create a golden light planet. So now, just know it. We are doing it with the internal knowledge, with the focus, and of course, with the intention. Those soulless AMMA, if they try to manipulate with your vision, just focus on the light on me and around me. And of course, know that you're doing it, and that's it. You don't even need to see it. You just need to know that you are doing it. That's it. That's because mind and because I'm light doing the work in the directing the energy. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, my beautiful friends, let us now. It's just gonna you keep that light planet, and always whenever you need. I'm gonna just do it once at once. I'm gonna show you how to do that. So in the name of mind and light. You may say, in the name of Sophia, Sanao, Spirit, light. We're putting in the circle of light all the soulless AMMA that ever interfere into our lives, interfering that they'll try to interfere into our lives and our soulmates and our families and friends and each and everyone and everything is mine and our spiritual light, wherever time, whatever form they are, within and without, and a global universal level. All the soulless AMMA, all those dark, dirty, psychopathic players, we put them in the circle of light to send them straight into the light planet with the speed of thought by default to be destroyed forever and ever for eternity. Well, with the spirit of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So we're enlightening each and every one of us and everything with families and friends and the planet and sun and the water element and air element and of course everything that we have, and we are enlightening the sun, the moon, and of course everything, all the planet stars and the galaxies and everything that we created, that we are consuming, that we are doing, the dos soulless AMMA we're creating or doing and everything. we're enlightening, which means destroying the soulless AMMA, and of course enlightening everyone and everything's mind and aspect of light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So now, my beautiful friend, just listen to yourself, to your body, listen what's going on within your body. You just need to open up your heart and soul. And of course, when I start doing the live, you need to know that through my voice, through my physical form, I'm sending you an ocean of pure mind and spiritual light. So you just need to open up your heart and soul and, of course, receive it. So be open to accept the energies that I'm sending you from my heart and soul. That's freely sent to you, my beautiful friends, to activate your power, to help you activate your power, wisdom, knowledge that you have within your soul. So just listen to your body now. Well, I'm going to sing the healing mantra. By default, by default, by default, 24, by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, everything is by default, 24, by default, by default, by default, everything is by default, 24, by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default, 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, 24 by default, by default, by default. Also, as AMMA, 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Wherever we go, whatever we do, everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected by you, beautiful, by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected and united together, and humanity is safe and protected and united together in the name of mind and nows. Pure unconditional love and light, love and light, love and light, in the name of mind and nows. By default, with the speed of thought, by default, by default, by default, everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is way at 24 trajectory by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, miren imputem actia by default, by default, by default, by default. To, 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 to. To, to, to. Everything is Svea 24/4 by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default, mir input, actia by default. So it's a symbol of victory and freedom for all of us that the mind and now speak to light with the speed of thought by default. Well, is destructive energy, and for those souls, some whatever form they are, wherever they are. And of course, it's we are multiplying the karmas, pain, and suffering to those souls, some with the speed of thought. It's a code. Well, we are multiplying all blessings with the speed of thought by default, and of course, activating and applying to all those souls, some of the pain and suffering. They will have to go through it. Everything that they created to each and everyone and everything, they will have to go through that pain and suffering and it for eternity with the speed of thought by default. Well, we are going to create eternal life and abundance and prosperity, joy, peace, and bliss for all of us, the mind and our spiritual life in every form with the speed of thought by default. Flash comes soul as summer with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, thank you to all of you. You need to know that it's those souls, summer's time. It's up. Our time has come right now. It's time for all of us to shine brightly. Of course, from within and without, wherever we go, whatever we do. And of course, it's time to be who we are, man and our spiritual light, and to fly high onto the golden wings of mine and our spiritual light, with into the golden age. With unlimited golden opportunities for all of us, that the mind and our spiritual light with the speed of thought by default. It's time for all of us, maybe two friends, to open up our heart and soul and to smile freely and love freely without reason, everyone and everything this mind and our spiritual light. First love yourself and then love everyone and everything. Of course, that's mind and our spiritual light with the speed of thought by default. And of course, when I'm saying love each and every one of us, and of course, we are destroying the soulless sama with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, it's time for all of us to be who we are, shine all the way through, and of course, live a life that we deserve, to be the manifestations of mind and our spiritual light into the physical form, while destroying those souls forever and ever for eternity. This has never happened before. This is the first time in the history of humanity it's happening, that we are separating the dark soulless summer from mind and our spiritual light. And of course, that's forever and ever for eternity. Those souls summer go into the hell forever and ever for eternity, to burn into the hell, while we are going to live into eternal life with eternal peace and joy, bliss and abundance and prosperity and enlightenment and freedom, and of course creating the unity between us and our soulmates and family and friends and each and everyone else and everything's mind and our spiritual life with the speed of thought by default. So you need to know that everything is by default, and everything is by the laws, rules, and regulations of by default, and everything is under the command, the control of Sophie, and I'm commanding to Sophie and everyone and everything's mind and our spiritual life to, with the speed of thought, to multiply all of that over and over again by the laws, rules, and regulations of by default as many times as is needed with the speed of thought by default. And of course, without mercy, we destroy all those souls, some of the speed of thought by default, while protecting and healing each and everyone else and everything's mind and our spiritual light and enlightening. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And thank you to all of you, my beautiful friends, for helping us, supporting us, and for helping supporting project in every way you can. And of course, thank you for adding up to the light and giving your time, investing your time and energy in helping us to create a better future for all of us. So thank you to all of you. I love you all. Much love and blessings to all of you, my beautiful friends. Good night, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.